any nominees to the appeals court. There have been a number of decisions that have been issued this year from the appeals court that, in our opinion, aren't even appropriate, but that is our opinion. We're very concerned about specific issues, use of restraining orders, and we've gone over that often. We're also concerned with custody issues, and there were some custody issues this year that we're very concerned with. And we've added a third issue, and that's jailing of indigent citizens, which we have found out is a much wider problem than we were aware of in the past. When there have been nominees before this council, we have generally found that nominees from a superior court are the caliber that is more to our liking. Recent nominees that have gone on to the appeals court from the superior court, we have not seen the issues as we have from other people. One of the things we do in our process is we send a letter to the nominee and a questionnaire. And for those of you whose email I had, I copied you on our letter and our questionnaire. Our letter covers the issues that I just mentioned, and our questionnaire in the past has covered the same issues. But this time we did something a little bit different, and I'm going to explain why in a bit. But this time we sent questions that were all from the blind application, which is part of the process in the nomination process. This nominee chose to answer our questionnaire, and we want to make it very clear that we truly appreciate that, and I think that says something about the character of this person, that he is open to the public, and we truly appreciate that. But I really want to get on to why I'm here today, and why I'm speaking in opposition about this nominee, and that has to do with the process. Approximately 2 years ago, there was a nominee before the council. And on questioning from the council, the nominee revealed that in the process, before he became a nominee, he was asked if he would support shared physical custody of children when the child was born or raised. I don't think in general we're particularly aware of the questions that are being asked before he gets here. But this summer, I had the opportunity to speak with representatives of the JNC. When I asked about the question, they immediately acknowledged that it was an inappropriate question. About a month ago, I had the opportunity in a public forum to speak with the governor. He also acknowledged that it was an inappropriate question. For some time, we have complained about the fact that the process is not open to the public. Given that these types of questions have been asked of nominees, we think that there is even more focus that the process should be opened up. Inappropriate questions have been asked in the process, and we have had absolutely no assurance that inappropriate questions have been stopped to be asked. We don't know what type of questions this nominee has been asked up to this point, whether there were any leading questions to try and get him to understand the type of justice that this administration wants. Until there's more openness in the process, we have to take a stand and say that we're very concerned about the secretive nature of the process, and we urge the council to do everything they can to open it up. And specifically, we thank this judge for answering the questionnaire, in fact, providing us part of the blind application. And we would hope that the blind application would be made open to the public in all future nominations.
As the chairman of this hearing and facilitator, it's my responsibility as a council to ask questions first, but I'm making an exception. I'd like to ask you, you are not in, you're not in opposition to this nominee. We were talking about process.
Well, this nominee is the result of the process, and we do have concerns with the process. And the fact that it is not open, he has done what he can to open up the process, but we think the process should still be more transparent to open the public.
And can you tell me when in the process he did not?
The process itself is not open. He has done everything he can, and we really appreciate that.
So you're not in opposition to this?
Well, technically, you're correct.
Okay. And I just want to explain to people, this is the first time in town. Patrick belongs to the Childhood Coalition, and I respect that because by Patrick coming, it's the only forum that they can let people know that sometimes it's not the innocent what's about it. And he's made a change, and Joe's made a change too here by coming because it's a difference in judges. Yeah, so some of the judges have
Yes.
now had a little change of path, because traditionally, Karen, when the custody is the mother who gets the child, and so I just want people to know why Patrick's here, and I respect him for coming because he takes from his job to come and to a hearing and to be heard. So I appreciate that, and I want to mention in my 13 years, I think we haven't even had one handful of people who have answered your questionnaire. So
This is one of them.
I just said that, so I do respect Judge Adams for doing that, because many people say, oh, it's not appropriate, it's time, or whatever, and I don't think Judge Adams for doing that, because I ask everyone to do that, and that's my personal opinion. We've got counsel who disagrees with me, but that's how I feel, that it should be open, that everyone should give their opinion. Thank you, Patrick. Any questions? Counsel Meehan.
I wanted to ask you mentioned that question was asked, I wanted to be clear, was that a member of JMC who asked that question to a nominee, or was that a member of the Governor's Council who asked that question to a nominee?
It definitely was before the
Question about the rate.
We never found out precisely who asked the question. It was before the first